Hello, welcome to the Knitting Project. My name is Sharon. I'm coming to you from Surrey in the UK, where I live with my family, various animals, one of which is in the room with me. I have my cat Smudge here, which is really unusual. So if you hear Belle in the background, it will be her. This is episode 132, and today is Thursday, the 18th of August 2022. I am slightly later recording this week, but better late than never, hopefully. I haven't got that much to show you. I have made a lot of progress, but only on one project. I know, who am I? I've become monogamous. Can't even say that word. Possibly why I don't do it. Anyway, let's go straight into the knitting. First of all, living in my beautiful Elderflower Stitches bag, I have a jelly roll sock, and I finished the first sock. I haven't got any finished objects today. I have finished what I think is my perfect trainer sock. So I've been over the weeks perfecting, trying to work out what would be my perfect recipe for my trainer sock. I like the roll at the top. I like a heel flap and gusset. I like to have the little ribbon in the middle that sinks it into your foot, which I like to go under the arch of my foot. So I've had to play around a little bit where this goes. So if this goes in the middle of between here and here, which would be about there, it's not in the arch of my foot. So I actually have done it a little bit closer to where my decreases are this time, and it seems to fit very well. The proof of the pudding will be in finishing the other one and actually wearing them, so we will see. But what I've got is I've got a little roll cuff. This is just 7 rows, I think, on my cuff, on the roll. So this is just literally knitting around this stocking stitch, and it rolls over and makes this lovely roll cuff. I've got a heel flap and gusset. I've done gusset decreases, and I think there's 10 rows between there and where I've started my twisted rib. So this is a 1x1 twisted rib. Which I've done in the contrast colour that I've done the little roll and the toe in, and then I've done the rest of my foot, and this is just a normal wedge toe. And yeah, I really love it. I have done a garter stitch heel turn. So the yarn is Elderflower Stitches in my very messy cake, because my ball winder's having a bit of a fit at the moment. So that's the main skein, that's the contrast skein, and it is Elderflower Stitches in her Glacier cherry colourway, and this is a sparkle. It's very pretty, and I'm using 2.25mm needles. I do my socks on 2 circulars, and I'm using Chow Goose, and as you can see I have just done the top of the roll on the second one, and I'm just starting the heel flap. So I love these, I love them so much. So yeah, not a huge amount on there, other than I did actually manage to finish the sock. So I was where my little sheep, a little woolly goodness sheep, was when I showed you last week. So I did the rest of that foot, and I did that on the way to and the way from Stitches on the Sand, which I've got to attend on the Sunday, which was hosted by my lovely friend Laura of the Lonely Knitter podcast, under her East Anglia Yarn Festival banner. It was a really brilliant event. I didn't stay to knit on the sand just because I had Meg with me and we needed to get back for the Blue Meet because it was really busy, because it was lovely weather. But there will be, I don't think there is any vlog footage of that at all, actually, thinking on. I think I have a photo of the sea, so there will be a photo of the sea at some point. And then there should be a lot of vlog footage of the time away. Right, so that's that, and then I've only got one other project to show you. Okay, so next up is my Whitmore, and this is why I've only got one project to show you, because the last time you saw this, oh, bear with me. I was there, just at the kind of bottom of the lace, and now I've done all this. So I have got down to here where the blue is now going in, and I have split for the sleeves. So I'm doing the sleeves concurrently. So I am knitting 4 rows on the 4 rounds on the sleeves of each colour. So I'm just going into this pink now, on both sides. So on that side I have actually already done the pink, and then whatever's left over after those 4 rounds is going into the body, which I love. And I'm just leaving the body wherever, so the blue ran out mid row there, that's where I'll join the pink in. And yeah, I'm absolutely loving this. Can't wait to get it finished. And because I can't wait to get it finished, I'm just going to stand up with it for a moment. Because I can't wait to get it finished, it's the only thing that's getting any love. I am determined to get this finished. I really, really want to get this finished because I love it so much. My sleeves aren't far off. I feel like they're tiny sleeves because that's the only bit that's stocking stitch, but you forget there's so much that's actually lace as well. So I do want this full length, so I do need to do a little bit more. Now I'm not convinced I'm going to have enough yarn left from my advent calendar to finish this, which is a shame, but I kind of thought that might happen. So I've ordered 2 more balls of DK yarn from Lay Family Yarn. This is all Lay Family Yarn's 2021 advent calendar in her rainbow collection. I've ordered 2 more balls of yarn, which is a speckled yarn. In fact, I may have a maybe I don't. I thought I might have the fingering weight back there, but I can't see it. But it's a speckled yarn, so I'm going to finish it off. The bottom and the bottom of the sleeves will all get finished off in the speckled yarn, and the speckles have kind of got colours that are in all of these colours anyway, so it's kind of a rainbow speckled yarn, and I'm going to finish it off in that rather than make it too short and kind of make do. I'm actually going to, because originally I thought I could just do this as a crop cardigan, which was where I was going with it, but because the lace is so long on it, I decided, because the crop, it's already, if I was to crop it, it's already almost at my waist, because my waist is there. I've really short waist. And I just think it looks a bit odd, because obviously it's only got a tiny bit of stocking stitch before it's gone into my waist. So my choice is either to do it to my waist or make it longer to my hip, and I think I'm going to have to make it longer to my hip for it to kind of look okay on me. I could try it on when it gets a little bit longer, but yeah, I think I'm going to make it longer basically. But I love it. It's all I'm working on. I need to show you these because these are needle stoppers. So I got those two, because it does have a habit of throwing its stitches off, especially these middle ones, because obviously they're in the middle of the row, and these two, and these are all from the Lonely Knitter, and I bought them at Stitches on the Sand so that I could stop losing bits off of it. I have got some of these somewhere, but I found one which is really unhelpful. So I stocked up on those. But yeah, I love this. This is all I'm working on. And I mean, I'm not even doing my squares. I'm just literally, I'll sit going to sleep because it's going like in straight lines now. It's just knit and purl. So when I'm knitting in bed, I'm knitting on it. In the car, I'm knitting on it. So let's see how long it takes me to finish it. It's going to take me at least a day to sew in all my ends. Look at them. But I love it. I'm doing it on 4.5mm needles. The pattern is the Whitmore cardigan, which is a pattern by Little Tailoress Amy Loudon. and it's a lovely pattern. She holds your hands. Normally you'd have buttons on it, but I decided I don't want buttons because I never ever do my cardigan up. And a couple of cardigans that I've got that have got buttons on, I've kind of crunched the buttons because I lean against stuff and break buttons and things. So I thought, well, let's just not have the buttons at all. I might do an afterthought buttonhole at the top so I could just do the neck up. I haven't decided yet, but yeah, I love this, absolutely love it. So this is a DK. I'm not sure whether I said that. I had a DK advent. So yes, I am very, very pleased with that. I love it. I hope I will get it finished soon. Will I get it finished by the next time you see it? Depends on whether I record a podcast or not next week. We'll see. Depends on how much content I've got. Bearing in mind that all I'm knitting on is my Whitmore. Right, so that is all the knitting. Sorry, very brief. I have, however, got some happy mail to show you. So first off, I'm just going to show it to you gently because it's all in here. But this is a lovely kit that I got from Susie, who is Elderflower Stitches, and it is a bag. Well, it's not a bag. It will be a bag one day. It is a signature project bag kit, which gives you all the pattern and everything you need. So there's some wadding, the cord, one of her little key rings, the fabric I've chosen, which is that fabric and that fabric, because I am definitely in my aqua mode at the top. This is the top I was telling you I bought off of eBay, which I love, also aqua. And then this is the bottom. So at some point I am going to do this. I would say I'm going to film it and see so you can see how I can get on with it, but actually I think I'd have enough trouble learning how to do it without adding trying to film it into it as well. But I'm very much looking forward to that. I think it might be more of an autumn project because I'll need to set up my sewing machine, which I have not done for a while. Right, so what else? Next up I have got Kelly, very kindly, thank you so much Kelly, sent me another yarn of my Cafe au Lait, which is what I'm using for Katie's baby blanket, so I can get that finished. So I'm really grateful for that. Thank you Kelly. So once I've finished my Whitmore, my plan is to then knit on this and get this finished, because next Monday we should find out what Katie's having. At that point I will start knitting in earnest because I've got various bits and pieces that she would like me to knit. So we were just holding off till Monday, and then yeah, I'm gonna get on with knitting all the things. But I love this, and I think there might be enough left over of this to make a little baby cardigan, which she really wants, so we will see. And then the rest of this is my haul from Stitches on the Sand. There was a marketplace. I got to see the lovely Weku Yarn and her new babies. This is so cute. This is called Garden Green. It's a one-of-a-kind colourway, and it is 100% superwash merino. So it's going to make a most gorgeous shawl. We like this. So that's going to be part of a shawl. I bought some lovely minis from the Fibre Fox, which are very me and will probably become scrappy trainer socks. I think that's where these are heading. They're gorgeous. I love them. So you can see the back too. And this was her Dance of the Moonlight Fairies. I think it was one of her clubs that was a leftover club. It was beautiful. And then Meg bought a pom-pom because she wants me to do a bobble hat for her. She liked this pom-pom, and then because apparently I haven't got the yarn in my stash, but I'm sure I do, if I'm honest. but she bought this from Laura, the Lonely Knitter. It's a DK for me to do with the hat, which is beautiful. I love how she picked it so well. I love how the lighter bits of this pom-pom are picked up on here. So I think this is going to be a Tchaikovsky hat, because I think they look lovely. And then I bought this pom-pom, which was supposed to go on a hat, but honestly, it's so soft. I think it might just have to go in a bag so I can cuddle it, at least until I've worked out what I'm going to do with it and put it on a hat. It's gorgeous. So these are all from the Crafty Bird. Should have said that, sorry. Who I love, love, love her pom-poms. But yes, it's the softest little pom-pom. It's like cuddling a kitten. Yeah. Was supposed to be a hat, whether it's going to be I don't know. And then lastly I picked up a stitch marker. So these are by Flame Knits, and they're handmade lampwork glass with glass beads, and I got a little green sheep who I adore. Definitely moving into my green period, aren't I? That's who it's by. Yeah, so that's my acquisitions. I'm hoping I may have done a bit better camera placement this week, because I noticed last week I kept cutting things off because I was holding them too low. Probably because my camera is currently hanging upside down because of how my tripod is set up. But we will see, so I apologise if any of that's off camera. So it's just news from the knitting project now, and I'm not sure I've got too much. We did go away, which was lovely. I will have some vlog of that. I didn't get up for the morning flights, although I have got some video of a morning flight because it tracked across the campsite. It's like, thank you very much. It's always the same, you sleep in and they come over where you're sleeping. But I have got some video of other bits and pieces we did, the night glows, and some trips out and things. So that should follow. It was very, very hot, is all I can say. We were having a heat wave here in the southeast while it was going on, and there were times when we struggled because we were obviously outside. But luckily with the caravan, it kind of provided us with shade, so you just sat round the caravan depending on what time of the day it was. So I've got quite a lot of knitting done, which is why I've got so much progress on my Whitmore. My eldest daughter managed to get stuck on the M23 because her car broke down on Saturday, which was extremely hot. So that caused us a worry for a little while, but thankfully she did eventually get rescued. But yeah, it was a worrying couple of hours, shall we say. Bless her. And now she's without a car, which is causing all sorts of issues. So that's, yeah, it's just one of those things, isn't it? Life things. Meg came with us, had a really good time, really enjoyed it, and Charlie and Reese were left to look after the house and the animals, bless them, which they did a sterling job with. But that's it really. I haven't got any news. This weekend is a quiet weekend. I'm at home, but next weekend we go away again, so looking forward to that. That's it, I think. I can't think of anything else, so I am going to say I hope you're all okay wherever you are. Take care, and hopefully I'll see you next week. Hello, so it's Friday morning. No, it's not. That's a good start, isn't it? It's Wednesday morning, and we have just come down to the caravan and we're about to set up, and we're heading off to Norfolk for a few days. And this one finally got away. This one's actually happened. I haven't had to cancel this one, well, at least not so far. So I'm just going to go and help set up all the bits that we need to in the caravan. And it's a beautiful sunny day. It was supposed to have a heat wave again here in the UK, so that was going to be interesting in the van. I don't know whether it's going to be delightful or absolutely awful, so I will take you with me and we'll find out. So we're all set up, and Ian's just taking the bits off the caravan so we can head off. Yeah, cannot wait. Seems so long since I've been in here. I can't actually remember what I left behind and what I didn't, which is really great. So that'll be a voyage of discovery, I should think. But yeah, okay. So we're all set up, the caravan is behind us and attached, and we're about to head off. I mean, our sat-nav is not saying that there is a hold-up. However, we drove over the motorway earlier and there was very much definitely a hold-up. Sorry, you're trying to check your mirrors and I'm holding the camera in the way.
Don't worry, it's fine, it's completely fine.
Oops. And when I say camera, I mean iPhone, because my camera is well and truly packed. So I've only got my iPhone, which is why I keep looking there and not there. Yeah, so let's hope that that hold up has cleared now. It would be nice if it did. But yeah, we're on our way to Norfolk. So we've arrived. This is Old Buckingham Country Park, which is where I are home for the next few days. It's very brown. It's been dry here too. There's a river or a little lake just there, and we're just checking in, which is exciting. Not too sure what that was about. Look at that sky, beautiful blue sky. It's currently something like 26, 27. It's very warm. Okay, my watch reckons it's 18 degrees. Don't think so. I think it's got that wrong. But yeah, it's beautiful. I've been knitting on my very pretty Whitmore, which I adore. So lovely. Going into the greens now. In fact, I have just wound up mini number 7. Wherever mini number 7's gone. There we go. There's mini number 7. I've just wound up mini number 7 to add on. Oh, and I've napped. So we're a bit yawny. But yeah, this is where we're going to be staying.
Which one? Both.
Yeah.
Both.
You could tell a little bit because as you pulled it in the
You're
strap,
an idiot.
it's got in a bit and it wouldn't have done that if it was on the hook.
You know, he's got a arm full of balls. He never tries to get two in his gob. You like those because they're different.
Look, he likes them because he's not supposed to have them.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to have them. That's why
Therefore.
he likes them.
Good morning. It is Sunday morning and I am just prepping to get ready to go to Laura's new event, which is Stitches on the Sand. Not going for long because it's blisteringly hot, so I don't fancy sitting on the beach for hours. But my lovely youngest daughter's taking me, but she's flown this morning. She's flown with friends of ours and she's not back yet. Our team is back, but she is not, so I'm waiting for my chauffeur to arrive. I'm sure she'll want a quick shower when she gets back and to get sorted. And we're hoping to head off, well, no later than 10, because it's only 8:30, because my tickets are between 10 and 11, so I'll have to buy more tickets if we're late. But we'll see.